Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill of Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering what direction should the Atlanta Hawks go with their number one overall draft pick. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. There's only two NBA teams that have yet to see their final standings, and that's the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics, because the finals are still going on. But there's still so much intrigue around the number one overall draft pick. Yes, the Atlanta Hawks have the number one draft pick, and you're looking at, there's no consensus number one. No matter if it's college, no matter if it's overseas, no matter if it's a guy that skipped playing college basketball to go to the G League, it's not one person that everybody's saying, this is your guy. Now, last year, Victor Wembanyama turned heads. He did a lot of different things, and the San Antonio Spurs, as soon as they got the ping pong ball, they knew what they had. But the Atlanta Hawks, it's a little different with them, because at this point, you don't know what you have, and you're in the middle of the road of being relevant versus outside the lottery pick. So from the standpoint of where the Hawks are right now, you do have a couple of different assets. You got a couple of different assets in DeJounte Murray, and you also have assets with Trae Young, who I feel like you can trade and possibly get picks for. You could possibly get players for. At this point, I feel like, just being honest, the Atlanta Hawks have messed up so much, they need to hit the reset button. With assets like those guys and a couple of different contracts that you can trade off, you want to avoid the luxury tax, because you essentially could restart your franchise with this pick. You can go and get that superstar that you need in the draft, or either trade that pick to get the superstar that you want. There's several different guys that's disgruntled, and you're not going to get a free agent to come here in the near future. You have to trade for somebody or either get them through the draft. So you might as well start your building blocks now, cut down the salary, get Coach Quinn out of here, and get a guy that's going to be here for the long haul. You got to think, for the standpoint of what you're looking for, there's a couple of different guys in this draft, but you have the number one overall pick. Either take the top guy that you think, or trade back and get assets to start filling out some of that war chest, if you will, so you can have multiple picks for next year, so you can have multiple picks this year, or whatever it is you need to do. But I think that for the standpoint of what this team needs, you need a playmaker who can make his own shots. You need a rim protector. You need depth defensively, but you can't guard anybody, and you're scoring, but you're not scoring enough to outscore other people. You need shooting off the bench. You need improved rebounding. So essentially, the Atlanta Hawks can go anywhere with a pick. They can go 1 through 5, because essentially Trae Young has showed us the best he's going to give you. At best, Trae Young is a number 2 or number 3 to somebody else. He's not a number 1 guy. We're seeing what happened with Jalen Brunson. The small guys just can't get it done when it's time. DeJounte Murray is a good piece, but you got to ask yourself, are you going to keep them in that contract? Are you going to be able to draft somebody and build with him? With the way that things are working right now, he seems like he wants out of Atlanta. So essentially, if you're not trading Trae Young, you're going to have to trade DeJounte Murray. So it's something that you have to either look in the mirror and say, we're going to do, or we're going to get out of here. So you got to think, from the standpoint, the best bet for the Atlanta Hawks is to build around the draft pick. Draft a draft pick. You have a fresh new contract, and essentially give them the keys to the team and teach them, bring a coach in here that's going to teach and that's going to be building and help them grow. You know, it took time for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to become who they are. It took time for Steph Curry to become who he was, and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. You know, it's a couple of different players that you can go for, and then that's your building block. But the Atlanta Hawks need to understand, this is a rare occasion, because a lot of times you're not getting this kind of pick. Especially when you have a lot of flexibility with the cap and you have a lot of money. So I feel like overall the Atlanta Hawks have a tough decision to make, but they can do it. But what do you guys think? Do you think the Atlanta Hawks should take the pick? Do you think they should trade Trae Young, DeJounte Murray? What do you think they should do? Trade back off of the pick? What should they do? Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus, and we'll see you on the very next video.